Hi Pisces, welcome to your May 2022 reading. Thank you for watching. If you're new or returning, thanks for tuning in. I got 10 new subscribers, so that's really exciting. And if you're one of them, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you. But yeah, we're going to get started. We're going to do reading for the month ahead. We'll do like a general reading for you, and then we'll get into a love reading and do one for you and your person. Yeah, so we'll do a general love reading also for you, and then we'll go more in detail with this person that you have in mind. So, all right. All right, so right off the bat, I have the Devil in reverse, the Knight of Swords, the Two of Wands in reverse, and the Queen of Swords. I'm getting a sense that this season is, like, you're probably a Pisces with a lot of fire placements. This season, I think, will be, well, not this season, this month, will be, like, a really good time for you to harness that kind of energy. I also have the Devil here. You might have Capricorn placement. But, yeah, so generally, I'm getting a sense that you're really eager to move forward. You're really eager to have a really big change in your life. And I think that you're the kind of person who kind of takes those things head on. I think that's why I'm also sensing, like, really big fire or cat placements. Like, you're someone who is the leader in the room, or even if you're not the leader in the room, you're the leader of your own, like, destiny. You know what I mean? I'm getting a sense that at the end of April, you kind of had this kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say temptation, but I think that you had something like a big test that came your way. Like, you were being tested and you succeeded, and now you're kind of moving forward trying to get past that big test. I think that in terms of career, you probably had a job offer that you knew wasn't going to be too good for you, or an offer that was kind of like shady, I'm getting a sense. This may not resonate with everybody, but yeah, it seems like you had a really shady offer at the start, and then you kind of, in May, you're looking to kind of recuperate from that, is what I'm seeing. I think that situation was pretty traumatic for you, and that's why you're moving forward with, like, trying to move forward really fast, you know, and create this sudden change in your life. This Queen of Swords here, it means, like, you would be really independent, you'd be really assertive, and I think that is your intention with this month. Like, this month for you is all about setting intentions. Oh yes, then I just got the Hermit there. You're really taking this time in May to recuperate, like I said, to do some inner thinking. Like I said, Pisces, you are, like, the sign of, you know, introspection. Like, this is your month to think what you need and what you want. And that also is in terms of, you know, career, but also I'm getting a sense, like, if it wasn't a shady business deal, maybe you had a friend. Like, it was a big test with your friend group, and it seemed like you didn't know if you could really trust this person, and then it turned out you couldn't. And that's why you're looking to really move forward, because this was someone that you really did trust and you really did want to, you know, have around and hang around. You really liked hanging out with this person, but they just were not trustworthy. And I think that with the Queen of Swords here and then the Hermit, I'm seeing that, like, you know, this is your month to move forward, to make sure that you are considering what you want, and you're not really taking anybody else's word. Like, this is about you centering yourself. And I think it's going to be a really good thing for you. I'm not getting a sense that it's going to be super bad. I would just say that, like, because you're attacking it with such, like, you know, quickness, I think you're trying to forget how much that past situation hurt you. And I think that that's not really going to end up being super healthy for you in the long run. You want to really hone in on that, like, super Pisces intuition and, like, self-care, and make sure that you're reckoning with what happened in the last month and not just trying to move past it really quickly. Yeah, so that's what I'm getting in a general sense. In terms of love, it's kind of unclear. I think that, you know, I'm getting a sense that because there's so many fire placements here, this person is likely a fire sign that you're dealing with. Let's pull something to see what they are like, just to clarify all of these. But yeah, I think that if we can apply this to love, it seems like, two wanted to come over there. All right, so I have the Queen of Wands and then the Ten of Wands. Oh, maybe they're... Okay, so they're probably, like, someone with heavy fire placements or air placements. All right, so I'm getting a sense that if we're applying this to love, this person might have been throwing a test at you. I think that you've been so frustrated with them because they've been testing you, and you felt like, well, I don't have, like, time for this. I don't have, like, time to, like, play their games, things like that. And you were just trying to move past really quickly. But I think that over time, this person has really become, like, a burden to you. I think that this connection that you have with this person has been really burdensome in the fact that they're just not super serious, and you want someone who's really serious. You want someone who's, like, willing to take you seriously and will take this connection seriously, but it seems like they're just, like, really immature and like to play games. Unfortunately, I think that you're someone who represents, this Queen of Wands here. You're pretty, driven. You're pretty, like I said, like, also with the Queen of Swords that I saw earlier and then the Hermit, you're someone who is, like, yourself. Like, you don't typically let other people compromise who you are, and I think that this person has been kind of testing you and playing games, and you feel like they're kind of compromising who you are and how you function in life. I think that you don't really appreciate that, and that's why it's become, like, this connection, it feels like work. It feels like they're really, like, burdening you and, like, kind of, like, playing with your emotions and making you feel like a joke because you feel a certain way. But it's like, we shouldn't have to feel, that it's a joke when we express ourselves. And I think that this person has been kind of doing that. I'm going to pull, we'll get into this side, and I'm going to pull a specific spread for your person. Let's see. Okay. Oh, okay, well, all right. So I got the Hierophant, 5 of Coins in reverse, and then the Lovers here. I think that, all right, so I'm getting a sense that there's someone who is testing you because they've had, like, really bad past romantic experiences. I think that, that could have been bad. I think that they are doing this because they're trying to see if you're the right person for them. I have the Lovers here, so I think they are looking to commit. They are looking to eventually commit and, like, let you know that they are serious. But in the moment, they are just not being serious. They are playing games, and they're just, like, trying to do all these tests. When I say testing, I mean they're probably, like, purposely, like, baiting you to say certain things, or, like, like, not really expressing what they want or how they feel because they want you to, like, guess and assume. But they want you to be able to, like, answer all that for them because they've been in past situations where they felt like, they were not being heard, and where they were, also being tested and they were having games played on them. So now they're doing the same to you. And I'm getting a sense that, like, the end goal for them is commitment. Oh, I wish that would focus. Is commitment, but I just think that, right now they're purposely playing these games so that you feel like your relationship is rocky on purpose, so that you, like, try harder, if that makes sense. Like, in relationships, I just think they're just not, like, a super trusting person. So they're trying to, like, it's almost like an interview. It feels weird. This feels like it's like they're, like, putting out a job interview for you. You know what I mean? And, like, making sure that you passed every exam and you pass every, like, test. With the Hierophant here, I'm seeing that they just want to make sure that your ideals and your morals and your, approach to relationships is the same as theirs. And I think that they want you to express that. They want to, have a better understanding of how you approach relationships before they, like, get into something serious. But getting into something serious is on their mind, Pisces. So I think they are someone who, wants to commit with you. They kind of match your, like, I think that you guys, your demeanor kind of matches. Like, you're both pretty, like, stubborn and, like, individualistic people, which is why you work so well together. But I think it's just, like, coming to a head, and they're making you feel, like, insecure in your place in a relationship when they shouldn't. I'm going to pull an oracle card here. It's just going to give a sense of, like, an overview of this emotional connection. Healing. So like I said, I think this person is just healing from past relationships. I think that they are taking this weird approach because they're just, like, looking to see if you will, not be like the past people that they've dealt with. I think that, unfortunately in the past, like, they've had people test them in the same way, and they've also been with people who just weren't a good match, and didn't have, like, the same set of beliefs as them. But I think that they are just kind of, like, testing the waters. That's the phrase I've been looking for the whole time. They're trying to test the waters, you know what I mean? To just make sure that you guys are a good match. I'm also going to pull one let's see. I'll just put one more. I want to get a sense of like what you're thinking in this time. Let's see. Blessings. So, like I said, I think that this past month for you has been pretty difficult. You've kind of had a friend betrayal. And wow, this is so weird that like this theme of like testing is all across, because like I said, like we have the Devil in reverse and then like the Knight of Swords, and I'm getting a sense that you're recovering from, you know, this past situation where you in the past month felt like you were testing your friend, and your career was throwing a test at you and all these different things, and you just feel like you've been tested from like, you know, every angle, like your friends, your job, your you know, this love connection. And I think that you feel like it's a blessing, you know, that like you're out of like last month because it was so like arduous and hard to get through. But now this person is testing you in the same way, and it's getting like to be a burden. Like that's why I have the Ten of Wands here as well. Like they feel like a burden because they're adding on to all of this, and they're, you know, continuing this theme of like you being tested when you really shouldn't have to be, you know, tested in that way. Yeah, I'm going to pull a few cards to get a sense of what you guys are like together. Like I said, I think you guys have pretty similar demeanors. I think you guys have pretty similar demeanors and approaches to life, but they're not really aware of that just yet. I think that they are testing you because they want to see if you guys will be a good match. And I have the Lovers here, so I do think that this is a like kind of fated connection. Fated meaning like F-A-T-E-D, not, you know what I mean. But yeah, but I think that you guys are a good fit. I'm getting a sense, like I said, I think they're probably a fire sign, maybe an air sign, Pisces. But yeah, let's just see. I'll just pull one. All right, so I have the Death card in reverse here. I'm getting a sense that because it's not, you know, in the typical, it's not like phase 4, if that makes sense. I think that this is like a connection that you have been dealing with for a while. This kind of like back and forth has been happening for quite a bit. I think that you guys are kind of like playing the long game, which is why I see the Lovers here. Like you both have every intention of being together. Like you like hanging out, you like being together. There are different things that you guys appreciate about one another, but you're just kind of like toying with each other. It's like this weird dynamic, Pisces. I think that you guys know that you work really well together. I think you kind of have this like weird kind of like banter. I'm getting a sense that you guys had this like, you have a lot of weird like inside jokes, and like when people are around you, they're like, you guys make jokes and only you two are laughing, if that makes sense. So I think you guys like work well together. I just think that right now you're both testing each other. Like there is like a long run in this. You know, I have the Death card in reverse. I think that you guys both see longevity with one another. It's not necessarily like this is like a new love or like an ending love, but I think that this test is as a result of kind of like, I don't know, like you've gotten so comfortable with one another that this person is like continuing to test you in order to see if like it is as long-term as they hope it will be. I'm going to pull a Hidden Truth Oracle card here to see what this love connection has to say about you and this relationship that y'all have. Oh, see? Okay, so I have I love you unconditionally. Ooh, I wish I would focus. There we go. So like I said, I think that they do. I have the lovers here, the Death card in reverse, and then I love you unconditionally. I think that they are starting to learn that like they don't need to be testing you in this way. They're starting to learn that, you know, it's not really worth it because they love you no matter what. Like they love you even if you don't fit, you know, this set, you know, rule and like set of beliefs that they have. Like I have the Hierophant here. And I think that's what they've been worried about this whole time, but I think that that'll soon come to an end because they're realizing, well, I don't need to be adding all these conditions and like second guessing myself. And like I said, I think that they've been doing the second guessing because they've had, you know, past relationships that haven't been, you know, too good, and they've felt like they've had to like, you know, compromise a lot of themselves for the relationship. I'm going to pull one more Oracle card here. This is the Messages of Love deck. All right, let's see. What does your love connection have to say? Ooh, that really wanted to come out. Like, oh my God. Okay, so I think that this, like I said, this connection is really fated. Like, you guys are meant to be together. Like, you interact, like, you have known each other for so long and you have been together so long, and like when people are around you, they recognize that you guys work so well. And I have the twin flame card here, so this is a divine counterpart connection. Like, you guys are meant to be together, and they know that. They're just like doing this because they're so afraid. I think that they feel afraid that this will end up like their past, situation, but they love you unconditionally. I have the Lovers here. I had the Death in reverse. I have like all these like cards pointing to the fact that like they accept you for who you are. It's just like at the moment they feel like they need to question it because they're just like remembering all their past situations. And I think, like I said, May and like late April have been like this time where like you've had this weird theme of like being tested. Like, you are being tested for whatever reason, but I think it's worth it because the outcome, like, reaps what you deserve. Like, this friend situation that you were being tested with, like, you realize, I don't deserve to be with like to have this person in my life that I can't even trust. Same with like career. And then also this person, like, you're being tested because you have to like realize like you guys are meant to be together for the long run. I think that it's just crazy that the twin flame card came out. So I think you guys are meant to be together. And yeah, I just think that this person is just afraid, and they've been playing these games because they're afraid, but you guys are meant to be together, and they have every intention of committing that I'm seeing here, Pisces. So thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you next time.